Hey guys, what's up? MadSeason here, back with another video for you. Patch 7.2.5 should be dropping here soon. A while back, I made a video about all of the major features, and I think the patch is complete enough for me to show you all of the more minor features as well, since from what I can tell, there's no comprehensive list of all of the changes yet. There are 12 in total, so let's get into it. And just keep in mind that this is a minor things video of a minor patch, so don't expect anything too groundbreaking here. In no particular order, let's start with the rank 3 profession items. For the 3 gathering professions, mining, herbalism, and skinning, the items that allow you to get rank 3 will drop way more often. So make sure you get everything to rank 2 in preparation for that. Next, legendaries are getting upgraded in 7.2.5 up to eye level 970. To upgrade them, you do have to do a quest line. Right now, as of this PTR build, the only way to start it is to loot an item called the Spoiled Sample from your weekly Mythic Plus cache in your order hall. You turn this in to an NPC in Dalaran, and you'll have to collect 50 essences to trade for 1 upgrade item. Currently, the only known source of this essence is from your weekly cache, but I'm sure they'll be adding it in other places such as Nighthold, the Tomb, Emissary caches possibly, and etc. The previous quest that upgraded the legendaries to 970 upgraded when Nighthold unlocks, so my money is when the Tomb unlocks, you'll actually be able to get the quest for this, which will probably come within a couple of weeks of 7.2.5. A big thing for all of you alt lovers out there are the Heirloom Upgrades. You'll finally be able to upgrade heirlooms to 110, which will make leveling in the Broken Isles much quicker. You upgrade them by purchasing the upgrade tokens from the normal vendors in Ironforge for Alliance and the Undercity for Horde. They cost 5,000 each, and I'll have links to the vendors in the description if you don't know where to find them. And from the same vendors, you can also buy tomes that unlock flight paths for you. This can be handy for the leveling process and you don't have flying yet. They're separated by continents, and they cost 15,000 gold each, which is a little pricey honestly. And while we're talking about alts, probably the most important change in this whole list is that you can now buy a 4,000 order hall resource cache from the Blood of Sargeras vendor in Dalaran. These are bind on accounts, so they're a good way to boost up a fresh alt with resources. It's the same ratio as the 200 resource cache, it's just a 2000% increase in click efficiency that saves you tens of seconds. Tens of seconds. Next, we have Mythic Plus changes. First is that with a new tier coming out, they want to keep them challenging, so they're increasing the amount of health and damage enemies get per level from 8% to 10%. And the bigger changes are as follows. You can no longer deplete keys. If you complete a run but miss the timer, the key will now reroll to another random dungeon with just 1 level lower. And if you didn't complete the dungeon at all, you'll get a keystone for the same dungeon, just 1 level lower. The way the key upgrades remains the same. The loot is also changing. You no longer get additional chests depending on how fast you run the dungeon. Instead, you just get 2 items like normal when you complete the dungeon, and if you complete it in time, it'll have a 3rd item in it. So that's 3 items total spread across the entire party, and once again, the way the keystone upgrades is unchanged. If you go really fast, you can still upgrade it by 3 levels. Another change is that for every keystone level above 15, you'll have an increasing chance for the final chest to contain additional loot. It scales linearly, and it can go over 100% for more loot. For example, at level 20, you'll get 4 pieces of loot, and a 5th one if you beat the timer. I'm not quite sure how much this offsets the nerf. We'll just have to wait and see just how powerful we are when the tomb unlocks, I guess. And lastly, another change is that loot will scale up to level 15 to match our increased power. This actually happens when the tomb unlocks on mythic mode though, so it's technically not tied to the release of the patch, but I thought it was worth mentioning still. If you'd like to read all of those changes from the blues yourself, I'll have a link to the thread in the description. And an update on the rating side of things is that the cross-server Mythic Trial of Valor and Nighthold will also unlock with the patch. So, for those of you wanting to do Mythic Nighthold in the group finder, you're in luck. In the pet battling scene, a new pet battle dungeon is coming out, and that's the Dead Mines. The pet battle dungeons, if you don't know yet, are old dungeons remade for you to, well, pet battle. Instead of killing bosses, you kill mini-pet versions of them. The Welling Caverns was the first one, and you have to complete that to unlock the Dead Mines. You can start all of this in the pet shop in Dalaran. And for all of you demon hunters out there, you can get an item that unlocks the old level 70 Warglaives of Azeroth as a transmog. To do this, you have to do 2 things. You must defeat Illidan Stormrage in the new Time Walking Black Temple, which is active every Burning Crusade Time Walking event. And you also have to own the original level 70 glaives on 1 character. Blizzard did confirm that you just need the achievement for this, so it can be on any character, and your demon hunter will somehow be able to get the transmog. And for all of you PvPers out there, relics and combatants gear will finally be obliterable at the Obliterum Forge. For those who don't know, currently you can only break down Gladiator PvP gear in exchange for a currency called Echoes of Battle, and you use these to buy eye level 880 gear from a vendor in Dalaran. So for 7.2.5 it's going to be a little less restrictive. The final raid boss, Nami, is also getting a small update. From the work orders, you'll be able to get a new item called Nami Snacks. These are similar to the old Garrison Rush orders. When you use it, you instantly complete 5 work orders in your queue so you can get your burnt food quicker. And the last thing I think is worth mentioning is that the Darkmoon Faire is getting a new band, and along with it some transmogs. It's called Blightbore, and every hour on the half hour there'll be an event where they play and you have to defend the crowd from a death knight. It's not soloable for most classes. I died nearly instantly, and if you fail, everyone leaves, so just make sure you bring some friends. As rewards, you can get this two-handed mace as a transmog, and these cage helmets which have any armor type. So one thing is for sure here, the Moonguard Goldshire Inn is about to ascend to a whole new level. So that's about all I think is worth mentioning. There's some other stuff, but it's kind of minor, so I'll just call it here. As for the release date, there's no official word yet, but my guess is either on the 6th or the 13th of June, judging by how much stuff they have left to test. Anyways, I hope you found the video helpful. Like it if you liked it, and thanks for watching. Peace.